Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Kay, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the online course called the 7-Step System to Pass a TOEFL IBT. And thank you for your comments. You made a comment over at my study guides, I think, my TOEFL IBT study guides webpage. So I'm going to take a look at your comments right now. I think I got a plan for you. Alright, Kay, so you've given me a lot of information here. So you say, I found this website and joined it in a heartbeat. I did get the notification from PayPal. I sent over your information to my TOEFL writing specialist, who will enroll you in my course today, right? So expect an email from him. And by the way, your username and your password to get access to my course will be your email, the email that you use for PayPal. So you say, I've taken the TOEFL twice this year, October and November. I received the score 99 for both tests. However, I need the score 100 to get into the program that I'm applying for. Now be careful, right here, you want to use a semicolon, not a comma. Why is that? Because you're joining two different independent clauses together here, so the semicolon or the period will work better. You say, I'm just 1 point away, but this point is giving me a hard time. I have a little less than 2 weeks to get ready. I will work as hard as I can to get this one more point, although I know that the 30-day program is the shortest one you have and 2 weeks is not enough. Are there any suggestions on how to study for 2 weeks? Which study guide to use? I'd like to improve all areas, but especially the writing. You're not telling me the whole story here. My goodness, you need to get 28 on the writing? Who requires that? Why? If your score is around 24, 25 points in the writing, that's enough. That's good enough. But so in your case, you had 28 points on the reading, which is fine. You had 25 points on the speaking, which is in the listening, which is also strong. You had 24 on the speaking, 22 on the writing. Now this is the problem. So you say you need 1 point. However, you also say that you need 28 on the writing. So you actually need probably between 3 and 6 points higher on the writing section of the course. So to be honest with you, I don't think that 2 weeks is enough time, right? I don't think it's enough time. I'm going to recommend my 30-day writing study guide. That's probably the best thing for you. Now, if you don't want to do that, you can use my 30-day 7-step study guide, which will give you practice in all the areas. But let's face it, you don't really need a lot of practice in the reading and the listening. I see you making better improvements in the speaking and the writing areas. I can probably help you get at least 2 to 3 points higher on the speaking. I would like to help you. I don't know about 28 though, I'm going to be honest with you. That is almost a perfect score. I have had students who get perfect scores, but it's just really, really tough to do. Here's my recommendations. Okay, over the next 2 weeks, number one, I want you to spend time reading about an hour a day. I know that your reading is good, no problem, right? But what you do is read magazines and newspapers. Now, one of the articles you read each day, I want you to take notes, and then using those notes, I want you to either orally summarize the information, in which case you're practicing your integrated speaking skills, or you can write a written summary of that information, in which case you're practicing your integrated writing skills. So do that each day for an hour. And that has nothing to do with my course, by the way. Number two, spend about the same amount of time each day listening. You can listen to news programs, science programs, especially science, maybe documentary programs, and maybe history programs. Like what you did when you're practicing reading, take notes, and then using your notes, you can either orally summarize the information, and of course you're practicing your integrated speaking, or you can write a written summary of what you have listened to, and of course you're practicing that there, the integrated writing. Now, in addition to that, Those are two things you can do without my course. Now, using my online course, you want to spend maybe an hour a day in the editing area of the grammar section of my course. That's the third section. Go to grammar lesson number 7. You want to spend maybe 30 to 60 minutes every day going through all the writing and the grammar lessons in that particular part of my course. That's going to help you edit, learn how to edit and minimize the number of errors you're making in your writing so you will be better at correcting your errors. So do that also. Now, the next thing is follow my 30-day writing study guide. Start going through the lessons, the independent and the integrated lessons. That's going to give you a good sense of how to organize your writing. And of course, start posting writing practice tests. Now, if you like, I know you're one of my students already, you might want to check out my error correction service. You should probably do this for one of your independent and one of your integrated writing tasks. Is I will go through your writing practice test. It takes me about an hour, and I will do a video. I will diagnose all the problems you're having. I will correct all the errors. If I need to straighten out any organizational issues, I will do that. If I need to add or take away any information, I will do that. So I do recommend having me error correct one of your independent and one of your integrated writing practice tests. And that will also give you some good feedback as to what problems you're having right now, and hopefully you will avoid those problems in the future. Now, the error correction service is a little bit expensive, I apologize, but remember, it takes me about an hour to correct your essay and to do the video error correcting your essay. So anyway, consider that. So have me error correct an independent writing practice test. Have me error correct an integrated writing practice test. Start going through my writing lessons. And maybe also you can focus in the speaking area of my course and maybe pronunciation also, because you need to really make some improvements in those areas. But it's just too much really in 2 weeks, though, I'll be honest with you. So you can kind of prioritize what you want to do. So I think the writing you want to start on immediately, and you also probably want to start on some of the speaking areas of my course immediately. And maybe each day, I do have a rule I want you to be aware of. You cannot post more than one speaking and one writing practice test each day, because I have a lot of students and it takes me too long to try to go through all of those practice tests. So beginning today, post a writing practice test, do a speaking practice test, so you can start getting back some feedback. All right, okay, anyway, those are my recommendations right now. And maybe right before you take your next TOEFL exam, maybe 3 or 4 days before you do it, I recommend that you take my full-length TOEFL IBT practice test so you can get some feedback and you can see how you're doing in all the sections, the reading, listening, speaking, and writing areas. I think that would also be important, but actually you might want to do that 6 or 7 days, maybe in about a week from now, because I partner with a company called ScoreNexus. And it's going to take my partner probably 2 or 3 days to go through all 6 of your speaking tasks and then 2 of your writing tasks. All right, Kay, anyway, those are my comments right now. Kind of go through the suggestions I'm giving you right now. And basically, I'm telling you, you should probably focus more in the speaking and the writing areas of my course. That's probably the best thing you want to do. And make sure you start posting speaking and writing practice tests immediately. All right? Anyway, thank you very much. I'm glad to have you as one of my students. And all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.